All right, so in part one, we're going to take a look at just how to complete the square. In part two, how to solve it. All right, so these will be the steps on how to solve each question. So first, we got to rewrite it to where everything is on the left except for C. So I'm just going to copy down the question, 3x squared plus 26x equals 14x plus 135. All right, let's draw a river. What are we going to move over? We're going to move over everything but C. So the x needs to go to the other side, so it's going to change, cross the river and change to negative 14x. So that's going to give me 3x squared plus 12x equals and 135 on the other side. So I've rewritten it in this form, x squared and x on one side. If a is not equal to 1, so if a is not equal to 1, in this case it's equal to 3, you're going to factor it out and leave a space after the x variable. So it's going to look like that. So factor out the 3, so that's your a, parentheses, x squared, because that's all that's left after you take out the 3, plus, and how do you get rid of the 3? You just divide it by 3. So that's 12 divided by 3 is going to give me 4x. Leave a space equals whatever your C is, which is 135. This is a listening check. Color in C, where my left finger is. Color in C. All right, skip a line and then write this. So you're going to write A, so my A is 3, parentheses, X, leave a space, and then just squared, equals. And that's basically what we're going to do. Then we're going to do a three-step process. This three-step process is what's important. All right, so we're going to divide by 2. Divide by 2. So 4x divided by 2 is equal to plus 2. Take that answer, square it. So write square. So 2 times 2, 2 squared is 4. So that's plus 4. And then multiply a and step 2. So multiply 3 and the answer I just got. So 3 times 4 is 12. Apply to the other side. Okay, so write down multiply on top of that arrow. All right, so what's 135 plus 12? That's going to be 147. All right, then the final step, which is step 5, is if a was not equal to 1, which it wasn't, it was equal to 3, you're going to divide both sides by 3, or by a, whatever your a is. So in this case, divide in both sides by 3. This is a listening check. Put a box around complete the 3-step process. Put a box around complete the 3-step process. So that gives me x plus 2 squared equals 147 divided by 3, which is 49. And that's it. That's how you complete the square. That's completing the square. We're going to talk about how to solve it in the next video, but that's all you have to do. All right, let me do one more example. I'm going to do one that looks really complicated, just in case you get a question like this. So again, the first thing is to write it in standard form with C on the other side. So we're going to move 12x, negative 12x that side. It's going to become plus 12x. Move positive 355 to the other side. It's going to become negative 355. So that's going to give me negative 6x squared. Negative 96 plus 12 is negative 84x. Equals, and negative 355 plus 1 is negative 354. So this is in the format. C on the other side, everything else on the left. All right, now I got to factor it out. Remember, if a is not equal to 1. If it's equal to 1, then you don't have to worry about it. But if it's not equal to 1, you have to factor it out. So take negative 6 out. When I take negative 6 out, what do I have left? I have the x squared. Then you do negative 84 divided by the negative 6, which is going to give me positive 14x. Leave a space, equals negative 354, whatever your C is. Right? Skip a line. Okay. Skip a line, and then you're just going to write it down with a space. So you're going to write a on the outside, negative 6, parentheses, x, leave a space, squared, equals. And now we're going to do the 3-step process. So that 3-step process is really what you need to, is only the new thing that you need to learn. So first step, divide by 2. That's going to give me 7. Second step, square it. That's going to give me 49. Third step, multiply the outside with the answer I just got. And that's going to give me negative 294. And apply to the other side. All right, 3-step process. Divide by 2, square, multiply, and apply to the other side. All right, let's combine those like terms. So that's going to give me negative 648. All right, if a is not equal to 1, divide both sides by a. So a is not equal to 1, it's negative 6. So divide both sides by negative 6. I'm going to get x plus 7 squared equals negative 648 divided by negative 6 would give me 108. And that's completing the square. So again, in the next video, we're going to look about how to solve it. So go ahead and try this question. A is equal to 1, so I made it a little bit easier. And let's practice.